Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 97 F Face Value. I'm Brian.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Will.
Super pumped to have you back again for another week. Still rolling in, same old stuff. World Cup is rolling in and hot. Uh, College World Series is wrapping up with the college baseball. Oklahoma about to take that one. NBA drafts coming up tomorrow. Some news going on around the NBA. College football is 66 days away, so in the coming weeks we'll be starting our conference previews. So that'll be
Hell
coming
yeah.
up. So yeah, the good stuff is coming. So we keep powering through. So let's get rolling. Start with the hugs and hikes. So Will, you got a hug?
Yeah, I got a hug. We're I'll let the boys talk about it a lot more about the game itself, but my hug is the crowd in Seattle singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads" after the boys get the win over Australia in game two of the World Cup play. That clip was awesome. I hope it's a new song every time, because I think we have a lot of good songs that could be our theme song. But that clip and the emotion and how much people are getting behind this team was pretty awesome. So hug to the crowd for a pretty cool moment there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really hoping it takes off. So the England fans, they have a kind of similar thing with Wonderwall by Oasis. Like anytime it blares, like they sing it so loud and like that's like their thing. Take Me Home Country Roads, dude. It's just yeah, it's a cult classic. It's Americana. It's as much as it gets, dude. It was freaking awesome. And the whole crowd, like you said, dude, just in general, the whole from the moment the whistle blew, shoot, even before, they were belting out the Star Spangled Banner, dude. Like most of the time when that happens at games, people stand up, put their hand on their heart, and just kind of mouth it. No, they were like singing at the top of their
All
lungs, dude.
in,
It was,
all
yeah.
in.
The
Yeah.
patriotism has been great.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, just Seattle in general. I mean, like I feel like that's like one of the big hubs of the sports, which is obviously why the United States wanted to
Yeah,
play there. So I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, I think it's super cool. Like because Seattle, they're known for the 12s. Can't call it the 12th man because of another team, but the 12s are over there, and so they have an actual seismograph in the stadium, and so they actually registered to where the stadium actually shook during the game during both goals. So yeah, just super cool. Just watching and just like Lucas said, the patriotism behind everything. I mean, it's kind of funny because like other college nations are like, the United States needs more chance, this and that. And I was like, well, I was like, you got to think about it. Like most of these fans are fans every 4 years. So you're not going to have like that build up where they're doing stuff during, men's soccer during the MLS season. I mean, they're not practicing all these things. So, you know, we just chant the old US of A and that's all we really need.
yeah.
So, then you know what's up. But, no, it's been absolutely cool to watch and just the pregame, the postgame. I mean, absolutely electric.
So
I
so so
agree.
so do we stick with that, or because I feel like at some point, depending on how high the hype gets, like the Freebird card is going to get pulled, or does Freebird belong to hockey after what they did and all the clips? Like, do we have to keep this one for soccer? Because
Yeah,
someone's going to do it. Like, if we go on a run here, Freebird's getting put in there, but is that fair, should Freebird belong to hockey?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess for the clips, Freebird obviously hits a lot better than
Yes.
John Denver, but does Freebird hit in a stadium like that where that's not really a sing along? As far as a
No.
No.
montage, yeah, it's awesome, but I think you go with a slower song like that you can really maybe get belt out "God Bless the USA" or something after a
There
Yeah,
you
but
win,
go.
but
I'm trying to think of some other like cult classics. Like you can't sing like American Pie. Like,
no, but
like
it'd be a great one, but like it's
it
not
would
gonna hit the
be.
same way.
It's also 9 minutes long.
That's what I say about
So
Freebird. It just drags. So
yeah.
eventually,
Uh,
I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get off too much. I just thought it was awesome. Awesome setting. It's
Agreed.
fun.
yeah, absolutely. What about you, Lucas?
I'm gonna give my hug to the Fox correspondent, Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
This dude is in an off season right now, and Fox decides to make probably the most genius decision ever to get Jameis Winston to just go out to the crowd and have a ball. Dude,
Yeah.
it is awesome. It is unbelievable. I don't know if you saw the clip. I think it was a Dutch person with the name on their jersey, and he was reading the jersey and it said Blackman, and he's like, "I'm a black man." The dude is an absolute genius, dude. He's one-liners, just hilarious, man. He had the George Washington or the Ben Franklin wig on, just waving it back and forth with the American fans. Then he goes into the Orange Army and marches with them in Houston. I guarantee you he's going to make his way down to Miami to go join the Scots. Like,
Oh, has to, yeah.
what an unbelievably smart decision on Fox's part to get this guy to be a correspondent. Because I don't know how much longer he's going to be playing in the NFL,
Why is he even trying to?
but
He's so much better at this.
he has a knack for it, man. It is super likable. I mean, everybody in New Orleans misses him, and he's like New Orleans loves the guy because he's just so charismatic and funny. He's an awesome dude.
And that's the thing, it's so genuine. Like it's not
It
scripted,
is
none of this. Like he's
absolutely
just naturally hilarious.
yes, dude. He's so smart and witty with his one-liners, man. He's great, dude. I can't wait to watch him for years, man. He's going to be the next great thing, I think. He's yeah, awesome. Huge hug to Jameis Winston. Love the dude.
Well, that's what I say. I feel like that's why he sticks around too, just because he's just a great guy to have in the locker room. So teams will just keep
True.
bringing him on and just letting him keep that positive culture going. So,
Just 2 million bucks for a hype man. You gotta
oh
love it,
yeah,
dude.
100%.
Awesome. I would pay, if I'm an organization, I'm paying that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
absolutely.
thinking back to some of his pregame speeches.
It's
I can't.
phenomenal.
I can't, man. It's
It's so
Eating
funny.
the W is the all timer, dude. Like,
yeah, he's like it's all time clips, dude. It's just yeah, so good.
I like that. I like that a lot.
well, I'm gonna give my hug to Curacao goalkeeper Eloy Room. So
God.
on Saturday night against Ecuador, Curacao, they're just a feel good story. They go down, they score in the 27th minute against Germany, and so everyone's like, man, what a shocking moment. Obviously, the game didn't turn out very pretty, but then turn around, they're just playing, tiny little country, and they're just playing, just glad to be out there. And dude breaks the World Cup record for saves in a regulation match with 15 saves against Ecuador. Just absolutely unbelievable goalkeeping. I mean, just the heart and passion. I mean, it was just as a person that that puts money on it. You're not happy about how the result turned out, but
No,
from a non-biased perspective, I mean, just watching what he was doing was just unbelievable. So it was just super cool. And like I said, just them being the feel good story of the entire tournament, just being in, and and that's kind of the good part about the expansion of the teams is what kind of quality you're going to get out of some of the teams that make it, but then when you see these teams come out and actually compete and get their point, I mean, I think that's a huge deal. So
for
shout
sure.
out to him.
Yeah, them and Cape Verde have been the feel good stories for sure. No doubt about it.
Shoot, Cape Verde for sure. I mean, drawing with Spain and then drawing with Uruguay. I mean, yeah, they
Yeah,
and having to score twice to draw with Uruguay. That was a huge deal. So yeah, it's
for
it's
sure.
been super cool to watch. So makes the World Cup great.
I agree.
What about a hike, Will? What you got?
I'm about to. I think I'm about to change it live. I had something else in my mind, but I'm not too sure if you guys really kept up with it. So, but what a stinker of a College World Series final. For
Yeah,
usually if you go 3 games, you get something. All 3 games just kind of sucked. And we're watching this one live. Oklahoma just hits another 3-run homer. They're up 13-2. Like there's been absolute no intrigue. I don't know. So yeah, I'm changing it live just for something that we all enjoy so much for a 3-game series. This one kind of really just was a wet fart.
yeah,
Yeah, and man, it's just you see that OU just hitting absolute tanks, and throughout the season they just were a below average offensive baseball team, and now
The guy hit
everything.
it. It's his fourth home run of the season.
Yeah,
I,
it's about right. That's about right. But I mean, if I'm being honest, if my team's not in the College World Series, I'm not watching anyway. To be honest, like I don't. I was rooting for North Carolina just because I don't want an SEC team to win. But here we are with OU, and I guess good for them because weren't they the ones who lost to they lost to Ole Miss a few years ago in the College World Series as well, the final. And so I guess to get back and win one, yeah.
when I would say when the field was set, not a lot of eyes on OU to take this crown.
No,
No.
but one of the things I will say too is they also in the supers they went and beat a really good Georgia Tech team on the road in Atlanta.
That's
That's a
true.
like that's tough just in general. And once they did that, like they were just on an all-time heater and just swept
That's
the
the thing
field
about
for the most
baseball,
part.
man. Especially college, like teams just get hot, and
Yeah,
the
and that's the
confidence is crazy.
I mean, dude, last year was
Y'all
like
were on the ropes.
two innings
Yeah,
about from getting bounced by Little Rock at home,
yeah, yeah.
and then
I
they
mean,
don't lose
just
another game
yeah. It happens. Sometimes
for
you just
sure.
you get those wake up calls.
And that's why like another thing too, like I know there's a lot of Texas fans that got super high on the season, how they were cruising along, like doing they did really well in the regular season, but they peaked at the wrong time. I mean, they
Hmm.
still made it to Omaha and whatnot, which is great. Yeah, A&M same way, right?
April,
Um,
unbelievable April. May sucked, and then we were just awful after that.
yeah, I would much rather play well in May and June than in March or April.
Oklahoma
Um,
goes 14-12 in the SEC. They're barely a 500 team. They're going to win the College World Series.
yep, and I think they went one and done in Hoover as well.
Yeah.
They do.
So
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm. What about you, Lucas?
I'm gonna give myself a hike for believing and having any at all hope that the United States men's will win the World Cup because Tim Howard says that it's impossible. I don't even want to watch anymore because Tim Howard said on a podcast that it is literally impossible for us to win the World Cup. So I guess I'm just not going to watch anymore. It's my fault for having hope. Um, but what an awful take. Like, I understand you want to be real, like be realistic about stuff, right? The odds are not very good, but we're playing well at the right time, clicking together. The chemistry looks good. We beat two pretty decent teams, not world beaters by any means, but two good teams. And the one thing he wants to say and come out with is impossible. It is absolutely impossible. Like 0% chance.
I mean,
I mean, I,
it's probably less than 10 or 5%, but there is
it's
a
like
chance. And
a,
if there's ever a time to have hope, it's right now.
yeah, exactly. That's the point of the sport is to get excited about your team. I looked it up, like a 5 or 6% chance of us winning the World Cup. That's not zero, guy. Like
Yeah.
And
there
believe me,
is a chance
there's been years where it was zero. This is not one of those years.
for sure. Like obviously, if we play Spain, Germany, like we already played Germany in a friendly leading up to this, and with our first team, we actually looked pretty good against them. Um, and weird things happen in soccer as well. One bad challenge, a red card happens, go down to 10 men. Like weirder shit has happened before. So I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not putting money on it, but like you still have to have hope and be into the games and root your country on. Like you're a legend of the national team and you're out here saying things like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. It's like you're literally one of the, if not the most beloved player that the United States ever had. So for you to come out and have like this wild take, like it just
One of the most honest and dry people in the whole world is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And when asked point blank, could the U.S. win the World Cup, he said straight up, yes.
Yes.
Like, because they can. They can. Are they going to? Probably
Yeah.
not.
They didn't ask him, will they? They said, can they?
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just I don't know. It's a bad take in my opinion. So yeah, Will Howard can go take a hike.
Will Howard.
I mean, shoot, Will Howard can take a hike too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Howard, get out of here. I'm ready for
Oh man,
football season, if you couldn't tell. But yes,
yeah.
Tim Howard can take a hike.
I was gonna say I was kind of on the same thing, like Alexi Lawless, kind of in that same boat. Like I've been watching just like the coverage with the United States, and like the dude just looks like a fool up there. Like you have all these great takes from. I mean, you got guys, former players from all over the world that are coming in, giving their takes, and then you're forcing Alexi Lawless out there. I think they've kicked him out of like several correspondents just because like he's making everybody mad. Like today he came up and like straight up like tried to get into an argument with like one of the guys on the booth, and like they're just having like a straight up discussion talking about Messi, and like just some of the things he says. I'm like, come on, man, like just keep it simple and just say as little as possible, really.
I was just gonna say one of my favorite things about this dude, Zlatan hates him.
Yes, you can
Like
see it too.
you can see it in like I think he was gone for like one of the segments, and he's like, "It's way better here now." Like pretty much saying that. Like he's like, "You're welcome, America." Like
Yeah.
it's just like
Well, was it Zlatan and the other?
Thierry Henry.
They were playing back and forth, and like they were just playing keep away from Alexi
Yes,
essentially.
like
Dude, did you see Thierry Henry like kicked it to him and then zoomed it back and like he acted like he was dancing? I'm like, you freaking bum. Yeah.
yeah.
They need to get freaking Dempsey out there, man. Dempsey does a good job. He's on the broadcast team for the Champions League. And he does a pretty good job too.
Well, and they put him on there because it was Alcaraz, Chicharito, and Alexi Lawless, and that was the first time where like he just looked like an idiot. So they took him off and they put Dempsey in there, and like yeah, like the actual like conversation was just way better and way smoother because
Yeah.
Dempsey actually puts logic into what he's saying. Like Alexi's just saying dumb stuff trying to get attention.
I will say for all the places Dempsey has played soccer, you can still 100% tell he's from East Texas.
Yes,
Like it never leaves you, I guess. Because
Nacogdoches,
man,
baby.
yeah, dude, that draw is pretty thick, or that accent is thick. Like it's an
Yeah,
East Texas accent. It's great.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So other than Tim Howard and Alexi Lawless, a lot of hype around the United States right now. So
yeah,
World Cup's been great, man. I mean, played well again against Australia.
yeah.
Australia came out, tried to play a hundred
Rug,
percent defense, just parked the bus. I mean, you
rugby.
got yeah, like yes, dude. You got 10 guys sitting in the box. I mean, tackling dudes, and you get the own goal early in the 14th minute, and it just kind of just and even after that, Australia didn't really pivot. They kind of kept their defensive mindset. Kind of an interesting tactic by the manager. Kept their goal scorers out the first half. I think he was thinking, if we can keep this 0-0 going into half, we'll bring fresh legs in and then we'll try to score and steal this one.
Yeah,
And didn't end up working out that way. Instead, you're down 2-0 going to second half. Now you're trying to play catch up the whole half. So uh and big time for the United States. I mean, one of the biggest storylines was that 11 of the last 14 matches, the United States gave up at least one goal. So getting a clean sheet out of that game, I thought that was one of the biggest things. And I guess one of my biggest concerns still is that Matt Freeze, he takes over at goalkeeper, hasn't really been tested. I mean, they had one shot against Paraguay that they scored on, and then I think he made two saves against Australia, but so like other than that, like he really hasn't been tested, as far as having to defend shots. So that's one of my biggest concerns. I don't think he'll get tested a whole lot against Turkey either. So that's kind of one of my biggest concerns going into the knockout round is how prepared he's going to be.
yeah. That and I mean, obviously we had a clean sheet. Great. I was obviously working for a 2 o'clock kickoff Central Time. Um, but they tried to ruin the clean sheet. I mean, the Australia dude who was in the box just absolutely whiffed on a ball, and then we
Yes.
ended up clearing it. Like if that ball falls to someone from Spain, Germany, like that's a goal. Like they're finishing that. And so a little bit of luck there in that sense, and I just feel like towards the end of the game, trying to see the game out, they get a little sloppy, right? The passes
Hmm.
aren't as crisp. They kind of sit back and relax with the lead, which it happens. But that 2-1, if that goes in, now we're biting our fingernails, hoping they don't score another to level it.
Well, that's what
Um,
Dempsey said at halftime. He said one of the most dangerous scores is 2-0
that's a
because all
cliche,
it
dude.
takes is all it takes is one score, and then all of a sudden, yeah, like you said, then you're just clinched the whole time.
Yep, that's a super common cliche in soccer. Yeah, the most dangerous lead is a 2-0 lead because again, you're comfortable, you give up that goal, and then you have to turn back up, and
Hmm.
sometimes it's too late to turn back up, and that second goal goes in. So yeah, I'd like them to be a little more crisp and clean at the back once we start playing better competition. But again, great spot, win the group, move on. Most likely going to play Bosnia in the round of 32. So definitely a winnable game there.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, and then the test.
What'd you think about Tim Weah not playing?
I mean, I don't know. Gio Reyna didn't start either.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
he came in late against Paraguay too, right?
he did. I mean, he scored that crazy nice goal
Yeah.
from the outside of his boot. But
Super sub.
yeah, but exactly, and he did. He freaking That's a phenomenal goal. But I also think it had to do more with the formation, is why Weah didn't start. They started with two strikers,
Hmm.
and they played two strikers against Australia because I think they knew they were parking the bus and they just wanted bodies up front. But I don't know. We'll see formation wise. But I mean, Pochettino's pulling all the right strings right now. Um, I know a lot of people who are Tottenham fans. Um, they're kind of being reminded of kind of how good Tottenham were in like 2017, 2018 with Kane and Son, where they were in a Champions League final, and kind of comparing Pulisic and Balogun to Kane and Son, which, I mean, obviously they're not quite as lethal, but I mean, the fluidity of the team is there for sure.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you can see the chemistry, the passing, everything. They're playing with a purpose. Like we know the game plan.
Well, and that's the biggest difference between like this team and like when Bearhalter was a manager is everything was more defensive minded and try to win on the counters. And now there's more of that attack mindset that seems to be helping a lot and just,
Yeah,
getting stuff moving. And I think that's kind of gets when you get that ball moving, I think that's what makes a difference too. So,
yeah.
but no. Speaking of sun, dude, that Mexico and South Korea game, like just an absolute
Howler.
like just yes, just crazy, man. Like so I don't know if you saw it, Will, but Mexico, the ball goes up in the air. South
Like
Korea's goalie goes
high.
up, yeah, way up in the air. South Korea goalie goes up, jumps up, catches the ball, falls over another player, drops the ball, and Mexico kicks it in. Ends up winning 1-0. So that was
Oh,
the difference in the game. So yeah, difference between three
dang.
points and one and 0 points and one. So it just
And
absolute brutal.
Son had a chance too to tie it
Hmm.
as well and just missed. Um, but yeah, he's older and he's in the MLS now. He's kind of past his prime. But
Well, he was
yeah,
really what he because he was just with Tottenham last year, wasn't he?
I think he came to LAFC in the January transfer window last year. So I think
Okay,
he's been with LAFC for about a year now.
gotcha. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Huh.
Um, but yeah, Spain looked great, dude. That's worrying. Which I figured they would kind of kick back on. Germany had a little bit of a tougher go round. Needed a late winner. Um, so I mean, all the big boys. I mean, we'll see what England does in game two tomorrow. Um, I think it's tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Let me
Um,
see.
it's tomorrow. They play Ghana tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um,
Argentina's looked really good.
I mean, yeah, they did. They did.
I
Messi missed a
mean,
penalty as well.
he did, but they haven't given up a goal in their last 5 matches, counting friendlies.
Yeah, but defensively, man, like I don't know. I mean, I guess together they're playing okay, but
I'll
your
say if
back
you look at
line
the well, you'll see if you look at the quality of who they played too. I mean, it's
for sure, but it's still not giving up a goal. That's Will's
yeah, oh
right.
yeah, for
It's
sure. Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm just not sold on their back line, just as players themselves, right?
Yeah,
Like Romero, and Martinez. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, they're gonna have. I mean, I think they play Jordan next, so Messi actually
Yeah.
might score another three. Um,
well, and then just watching today too, like just watching the Golden Boot race all happen in one day. I mean, you talked about it. So like, Messi had a hat trick in game one, scores two today. Mbappe scores two in each of his. Holland scores two in each of his. I mean, it's been unbelievable to watch. I mean,
I think Mbappe had a hat trick game one, and then a brace today. I think they're both on five.
so both at five. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Was
I
it
mean, it's
also
just
surprising that uh what's his Dembele, this is his first goal in three
yep,
World Cups? That seems surprising.
dude. Ousmane Dembele, he played at Borussia Dortmund for a while before he went to PSG, and he was not awesome. He
Didn't he just win like the big
The Ballon d'Or,
award though?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But whenever he was in the World Cups previously, I mean, I don't even think he was a starter. I don't even think
Yeah.
he started for France. And then when he made his big move to PSG, that's when he really took off.
I mean, it
Um,
doesn't help that you're roughly the same age as one of the best soccer players in the world, arguably probably now the best soccer player in the world on the same
yeah,
team. So,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
absolutely. And that whole team is just loaded. France is unbelievably scary, dude. Like Saliba in the back. Like they have arguably the one, maybe two of the best defenders in the world at center back.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, they're loaded. They're going to be very tough to beat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good run though. I mean,
The U.S. has
oh,
zero chance of beating them.
zero.
It's impossible.
Just mark it
But
off now. It's been a fun run. So
yep, just quit now.
one of the
uh,
biggest surprises for me too has been Belgium, man. Like Belgium
Yeah,
just hasn't looked great. I mean, drew against Egypt, and then yesterday they drew again. I mean, just and like both times they've had to score late goals to try to find a way to get back into it. So it's been tough. Like
well,
they
yesterday was 0-0.
oh yeah,
They didn't
yesterday was
even
no
score
nil. Yeah,
yesterday. Like,
then they play the last what 20 minutes with 10 men. I mean,
yeah,
because they had a chance to lose that game. I mean, if that guy doesn't get the red card to stop Iran from scoring, I mean, they
throwing goal.
probably lose that game. So yeah, it's kind
Lukaku
of go ahead.
Lukaku missed multiple chances. Like Romelu Lukaku is not near what he was. So whenever we played them in 2014, like that was their golden age. Like all of their best players were just coming of age, like Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku. They had Raja Nainggolan, if you remember that, but yeah, whatever. But they had a bunch of really good players back then. Dries Mertens, like they were very, very good. Courtois was still, I mean, Courtois still is very good in goal, but that was their golden age, and they're just phasing it. Like De Bruyne has passed it. He's still very good. He still is very creative, but he can't run anymore like he used to.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's tough. And honestly, my biggest surprise is the Netherlands. They've looked
Mhm.
phenomenal, dude. Like
Yeah.
what they did to Sweden, they waxed the floor with Sweden, dude. Um, and I was not expecting that from them coming in this year.
Well, yeah, especially in Sweden, they win 5-1, so you're thinking, okay, goal differential, we're in great shape, and then you immediately flip and lose 5-1, so now your goal differential is zero.
Yeah,
Like so, yeah, it's crazy, but that kind of shows you how good Japan is too. I mean, Japan played a great game against them. They draw and then they go and beat Tunisia 4-0. So like
dude.
that's what I mean. That those two teams, I mean, they both look really solid.
And Japan arguably doesn't have their two best players playing right now.
Really.
Yeah, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, they don't have Minamino, which he plays. He was on Liverpool's squad for a while. Um, so they're out with Minamino and Matoma, who plays for Brighton in the Premier League. Um, so yeah, I don't know if they're on the roster or if they're coming back. If they do, watch out, dude. Like Japan's another surprise team that could make some noise.
All the more reason why the United States will never win it. So,
Oh yeah, too many good teams. Norway's also a problem, dude.
dude, they are. They look good every day. Like,
Norway's a problem. And if you're in that stadium and they're rowing the damn boat in the stadium, you better watch out, dude, because that is sick.
dude, that was awesome. Just all of them in the end zone section, just freaking rowing the boat. Like, it was just wild.
Yeah, freaking Odegaard leading it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think I saw, God, what's the head coach for Minnesota? He was
The
like
Vikings.
no, the Golden Gophers. God, what's his name?
Oh,
PJ
Fleck.
Fleck.
PJ
Fleck.
Fleck. Yeah, he needs to get up in the stands and row the boat, dude. Like,
Yeah. So does Goggins.
yeah. Oh man, but no, it's been crazy. Yeah, there's been a lot of really good competition, so
Agreed.
it's fun to watch. You get into it, Will.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good soccer, boys. Good, damn good soccer talk.
God, dude, you just sitting out on your tractor all day, just freaking throw it up on the screen, dude. Like,
Telling you, man. As soon as harvest starts, we get into the nitty gritty. Then I'm gonna be locked in.
Dude, surely those tractors have Apple CarPlay now.
Ah, they might. Ours doesn't, but they might be out there, but ours doesn't.
oh man, but no, it's been a lot of fun. So then going over to the baseball side, we talked about it a little bit. Oklahoma in the bottom of the ninth right now. They're up 13-2, about to win national championship. So
And that's the college baseball talk.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
obviously biggest surprise of the College World
yeah.
Series for sure. Seeing Oklahoma find a way to get through and win it all. I mean, because they were one of the teams that just they were kind of on the bubble just coming in, and so then find a way to win the regional, win the super regional, and now going on a run here. So it's just been
Beat
crazy to see.
beat Georgia twice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good Georgia team.
Yeah, for sure. Did they host a regional? Where did they play the regional?
No, they were three. They were in Georgia Tech,
Georgia
right?
Tech.
No,
Yeah.
that was a super.
No, Georgia Tech lost their regional. They beat
Oh,
Georgia Tech.
in
Yeah,
the
because
regional. Who did
Yes.
OU play in the supers? I thought they beat them in the supers.
No, because Georgia Tech got bounced in their own
Did
regional.
OU play Auburn in the regional? Super regional?
Yes. Yeah, they beat Auburn. Well, no, that wouldn't have been it because Auburn was a 4 seed.
Kansas.
I
They
don't know,
went to
boys.
Kansas. They beat
Oh, they
Kansas.
they went to
Kansas.
Lawrence.
That's right. That's it. But yeah, really crazy run.
The SEC still owns college baseball.
I mean, I think it would have. I mean, I'm not saying that North Carolina still wouldn't have made it, but Ole Miss is the only SEC team on that side of the bracket. The other side was literally all SEC schools. Like an
Yeah,
SEC school was guaranteed to make it to the World Series.
yeah. It was just the way the bracket fell, but
Was there five SEC schools
5 out of 8.
in
Yeah.
Hoover?
yeah.
Yeah, and that split just perfect 4-1 on one side and then the other side. But yeah,
So on the other side, sticking with college, the college football's in 66 days. Y'all were talking about recruiting earlier. What kind of big stuff's been going on with that?
I think Texas A&M already has five stars at a high
Four. Well,
school.
it depends which. Are you
Yeah,
using
oh, yeah.
ESPN? Or are you using two
I
four
think it's
seven? Or
it's just the composite. So they take all
yeah,
of the recruiting services together. I think they have 10 recruits in the top like 61 or something crazy.
I know,
Um,
like if you use ESPN's, they have 14 in the top 300, 4 or 5
yeah.
stars. They did miss out on the corner the other day. He went to Texas. We were confident we were going to get him, but we're already bringing in two really highly rated safeties, long safeties. One of them 6'3". A lot of defense, man. Elko's going heavy defense again, which is his background, but it's not even the fact that they're getting him. It's like it's out of state kids too. Like he does super well, which I'm not going to sit here and try to act like the money's not a major part of it. Of course it is. You know,
Oh
A&M's
yeah.
got A&M's got deep pockets, so it's a little easier to get some of these kids to leave maybe some in-state uh, ties when you throw in an extra $500,000 or whatever whatever the case is. But yeah, it's fine, but I I'm not dumb. We just had the quote unquote greatest recruiting class in history a few years ago, and the majority of those guys turned out to be absolute bums. So yeah, it's good. There's talent coming, but I'm not going to sit here and throw a parade quite yet.
Yeah, and the guy I listened to in Baton Rouge, Matt Moscona, he highlighted this very well. So we've had 6 months of recruiting that we've pretty much seen from Lane Kiffin, and what he's doing in the high school ranks is completely opposite of what A&M is doing right now. Um, like A&M is throwing cash at high school kids, and Lane Kiffin is getting kids that you can develop and hopefully build into something big. Unless, and they're willing to pay high school kids if they're going to play right away. Because if these kids aren't going to play right away, you're taking a chance of paying them all this money just for them to bounce next year. And so A&M could definitely be having that happen. We don't know yet. Like their retention might be great. Like they might keep all of them, but you're also paying them to sit for a year. So you're giving these kids 1.5, $2 million to be a bench player and to develop. Where you see Indiana, they go get a 25-year-old quarterback, a fifth-year quarterback, and a bunch of older guys who are established and win a national championship. Not to say that that's going to work every year because you're not going to get Fernando Mendoza every year. Like that's not guaranteed. Um, but I'm curious to see how many of them stay. Obviously, I'm jealous. I want them to go to LSU too. That would be awesome. But you're also
Six,
you're
six, six guys in the top 25 right now.
yeah, and look over there, look higher. I think the next four are in the top 61.
Dang.
And of those six, one of them is from Texas. Five of them
Yeah,
are out of state guys.
yeah. But again, like LSU's, it's happened over and over again where all these guys come and commit and then they leave after a year, and so
Well,
um,
that's the big concern there with like getting out of state guys. Like, oh, you got this out of state talent, you brought him in.
Yeah.
There's also, to what I just said, there's no loyalty to,
nope.
hey, I'm a Texas kid. I wanted to go to A&M or Texas, wherever the school is, Anyway, no, they're coming for coach, yes, system, yes, and money. So
There's a clip from Kiffin going around like when asked about it, and he said the guys that are he's asking all the people recruiting to really focus in on like character and like all this stuff, like huge in character, because they're probably going to sit for the first year. Like they're literally like they know coming in that they're probably going to sit for the first year, unless you're
what a
what's a
what a turnaround from Kiffin, man. He's turning over a new leaf. Kiffin's going for character.
I
Yeah.
mean, look at
It's a new
Chambliss.
man in
Like,
Baton
I mean, he
Rouge.
brought in.
What man? All these morning yoga workouts. Surely, they got Lane Kiffin to a new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but it's getting these guys who are have a high ceiling, but they haven't reached it yet, right? These long, like we just signed or not signed, but a three-star wide receiver just committed. He's like 6'2", 6'3", 190 pounds. A three-star wide receiver who has a lot of potential, but hadn't gotten there yet. And I guess they're looking to see what his work ethic looks like, all that stuff, to see kind of how he can play out and develop. But again, we're also going after Easton Royal, the five-star plus out of New Orleans, who's committed to Texas. but that's the guy that's built and ready to play tomorrow, right? He's as soon as he steps on campus, he's going to be on the field, and so they're willing to pay for that. But if they know they're going to sit, they don't want to pay crazy exorbitant amount of money just for them to
Yeah.
sit. Everyone's favorite basketball coach too had a similar statement. College basketball coach at NC State. So he went on an interview and said his biggest mistake at NC State was he paid top dollar for 11 players to have a good depth on the bench where they only played 7 or 8 guys the entire year. And so they just wasted money on the other 3 or 4 guys just sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously football's a lot bigger. There's a bigger roster, but whenever you're fifth, sixth on the depth chart as a freshman and you're not going to see the field and you're making $2 million a year,
Yeah,
we'll
it
see what
makes
happens.
sense. It makes
But
sense.
but if you keep that guy in there and develop in your system for 3 years, that pays off. That $2 million is not a problem at
Money well
all.
spent, yeah.
Absolutely. And so that's the big question. Are they going to stay? Are they going to be unhappy if they don't get playing time? This kind of thing. We'll see. It's
I
it's the
mean,
it's the thing you take a risk on 17 and 18-year-olds.
you're gonna pay me a couple $1 million, I'll ride that bench all day long, baby.
Oh, dude.
For sure.
I'll ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice, coach.
Don't let me get
Yeah.
hurt and I can transfer out and go make 2 million tomorrow next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's fun. We enjoy talking about it, but until you start seeing these kids on the field,
But
in a
dude,
new system, in college, yeah, all these kids are the best players in their teams in high school. So,
oh yeah.
you
But
know,
dude, that class is crazy. It's building up to be an all timer. If
yeah.
everything stays together, that's gonna be a crazy class.
Only hope is that it's Elko and not Jimbo, so they can do something development
Exactly.
wise. Which Elko has a pretty good history with that. So
Fair.
and culture, big on culture. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll, we'll see how it plays out in the field. You can do all these things. It all sounds great. If you don't win football games, it doesn't make a hill of beans.
Nope.
Yep. Well, what else is going on in the world? NBA
NBA free
news.
agency.
Oh
What's
yeah,
going on,
Trey
Will?
Young, dude. Trey
Our
Young signed
NBA
his big
correspondent.
extension.
Yeah, Trey Young re-signs with the Wizards. That's not too surprising considering whenever he kind of demanded the trade, he pretty much demanded a trade to the Wizards. So he opted to have a $49 million player option, re-signed, 4 years, 212 million. So it's not the max. It's the max he would have been able to sign with another team. It's not the max the Wizards could have offered him. So he gave a little bit of a pay cut, I guess you could say, to help
Taking the
them build
Jalen
up.
Brunson approach.
Yeah, except Brunson, was $50 million less, but
Yeah.
even more than he did. But yeah, I mean, the Wizards are interesting. The Wizards are interesting. I mean, they have a lot of young players. You got Trey Young, you got Anthony Davis. They have the number one pick in the draft tomorrow night, so that's a pretty nice little chip to have in what's considered to be one of the most loaded drafts in recent memory. Um,
Who's it looking
Not
like they're gonna take?
all indications is that they're going to take AJ DeBonsa, which is I won't say surprising, but you do have Anthony Davis, who also don't forget misses 80% of the games every year because of injury. So you're like, oh well, you have Anthony Davis. Why would you draft a center to be a franchise player? Well, they have Alex Starr. They drafted number two a couple years ago. He's a bigger guy, so you already have big big down low guys, but. Debance is probably the most NBA ready right now. So I think they're going there. Uh, to me, it should either be him or Peterson. Peterson actually probably fits what they need right now the most, and Peterson's probably the most intrigue in the draft because basketball wise, he's the best player, but there's already been injury questions about the way he was playing at Kansas, and people kind of question his desire to play basketball. He's getting a lot of Kawhi Leonard type comparisons. One, because
Mhm.
he's built very similar to Kawhi, and then two, he's not a loud guy. He keeps to himself. He's not going to be a team leader. Um, weird injuries like Kawhi's had in the past, but when the guy does play basketball, I mean, there's no question he's an amazing basketball player. So I think that's a pretty fair comparison to compare him to Kawhi. But anyway, no, I think the Wizards will probably go to Bansa though. Um, but yeah, probably the most fun time to be a Washington fan since the John Wall, Bradley Beal in the mid 20 teens when you thought they were going to have something cooking there. Um, But the biggest thing in the NBA everybody's waiting on right now is what's going to happen with Giannis. I mean, it's been over a year since he kind of
Yeah.
Giannis didn't really demanded a trade, but they decided maybe it's time to part ways. You know, our marriage here has run its course in Milwaukee. His preferred two destinations are Boston and Miami. Sounds like Boston and Miami both have trade packages put together. Um, the Heat's package is Tyler Hero and a boatload of draft picks. The Celtics package is pretty much Jaylen Brown and another lower level fill in guy and maybe a couple seconds, but no real other compensation there. Um, I don't love it really for either team, if I'm being honest, because now you're going to go to the Heat. Your best two players are Giannis and Bam Adebayo, who both make a lot of money. You're not going to be able to fill out much around you. And unless, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but neither Giannis or Bam are just otherworldly shooters. Yes, they can score,
No.
but like, there's you take away Tyler Hero, that team ain't got much shooting outside of Norman Powell. It's a little bit worrisome for me. And then the bigger kicker here is the Celtics. And what I think is the mistake, there's no way in the world the Celtics or whatever, in my thought, would trade Jason Tatum. But the Giannis Tatum combination to me is not as good as what I think a Jaylen Brown Giannis combination could be. Because Tatum and Giannis play a very similar style. Like, who's going to have the
Yeah.
ball? They both just kind of, I mean, Giannis is so athletic and he's so long. But Tatum just kind of does like random, he's doing drills out there when he's playing an NBA game.
Yeah.
So
True.
the Jaylen Brown's athleticism, I think, would pair way better with Giannis than what Tatum does. So um, again, we're not just going to get some crazy bombshell and the Celtics change their mind and flip flop that. They're not trading Tatum, but I don't love either of those pairings. Giannis is getting older, he's having more injuries. I don't know. I don't know why the Celtics are so eager to blow this up.
Yeah.
You won a championship 2 years ago. Tatum gets hurt. Yes, I know you were going to get beat by the Knicks anyway 2 years ago. Then this year, you were up 3-1 against Philly. You just pissed down your leg and lost that series. You really should have made the finals again this year.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Tatum was just coming off injury. You're changing the whole dynamic on the season. I don't know. I would have given these boys one more bite at the apple together before I break this thing up. Because I don't think they're going to improve by getting Giannis and trading
Well,
Jaylen
that's
Brown.
that's
But
kind of what I was thinking is like with Jalen Brown, you have to change your whole dynamic of your offense because, like you said, at least Jalen Brown can shoot. Now you got a guy that can generate offense, but he can't just post up on the outside and shoot when he needs to. Like he's an underneath guy. So essentially, you're trading a 3-point shooter, mid range guy to an underneath guy,
yeah,
and then
you,
who?
you're
So then who replaces Jalen Brown on the outside?
at, athletically on that team, nobody. But you're,
Yeah,
you're going to be asking an awful lot out of Derek White and Peyton Pritchard
yeah.
to shoot. And I'm like, yeah, they've both gotten to be much better players in the Celtic system, but yeah, I'm not. I mean, oh, we had Jaylen Brown and hey, Peyton Pritchard and Derek White. Here's Jaylen Brown's workload. We're going to need both you guys to elevate y'all's game and try to replace what Jaylen Brown was doing. Not going to sit here and say that that sounds like a great recipe. But I don't know. I don't know what the pressure is, to be honest. Brad Stevens has been a very good coach. He's been a good front office guy, but this one seems premature, I guess, to me to break up this core.
Especially, yeah, because especially in this year. I mean, yeah, they blew it against Philly, but I mean, a lot of the season you didn't even have Tatum playing. You still found a way to get the 2 seed. I mean, like there's still a lot of potential within the team. So now just to, like you said, just to
Yeah.
completely blow it up, which I guess the biggest winners out of this is probably Houston, because Houston, I mean, they kept saying they wanted Giannis, and now it sounds like that's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Oh
So
no, no. The third team that was pushing really hard, but I don't think Giannis had any interest, and I don't know how they would have done it. The third team was Minnesota was trying to pull something off, but I don't know if Minnesota even has the draft capital after trading away 8,000 picks for Rudy F and Gobert.
yeah,
I'm not too sure that they did just trade Julius Randle, so that they did shed salary. An interesting move that happened while we were talking World Cup all ago, but traded Julius Randle to the Nets.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know if that's a precursor or that's just so they can maybe sign some other guys in free agency now. But uh, I don't know. We'll see. I thought whenever Shams and uh, Windhorse went on everywhere this morning, kind of acting like a deal was imminent. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I'll be shocked if the trade doesn't get announced before the draft tomorrow, because especially if it's to the Heat, because there's going to be a pick in tomorrow's draft that's going to be part of this trade. So
oh, for
I would think
sure.
from the Bucks side they want to get this thing done. But I think that they're playing hardball with both teams. They're trying to get the best offer as they should. So we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Sucks for Jaylen Brown though, because you got nothing going on in Milwaukee. That team's gonna stink.
No, yo,
But
you're essentially asked to take over Giannis's production
on a
in a
team that was
much,
not very good last year.
yes, and obviously, like your style of play is completely different. So, like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm not too sure how it's all gonna shake out. But we'll see. We will see. Draft will be interesting. It's a very deep draft. I think there's a top three. It's Debansa, Peterson, and Boozer. After that, the next four guys are all very good. I think you're going to see eight or nine of the first picks are all going to be freshmen. That's going to be fairly interesting. So
Yeah, I know. Listening to the radio on the way home today, they were talking about the Pelicans trying to get into the top 10 to be able to draft. I think they're going for that center from Tennessee. Um, I can't think of his name. Um,
you would be talking about. Let me get
uh,
there.
God, it's
Nate Ament.
yes, he's
Yeah,
like
he's a
6'10".
yeah, but he's not even a center. That's the crazy part. He
Yeah,
plays small forward, power forward.
mm,
Because he's more athletic than most centers, and he's also
he's
not
a
that big.
he's
Not
not.
that big. He's tall. He's
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
big. Yeah.
They don't have a pick in the first round because they got rid of it last year with the trade to Atlanta. They didn't protect their pick.
Also, didn't what was it? It wasn't protected, or it was
It
just
was
one of
not.
those. It was not
It
protected.
was not protected. So they sucked.
Gotcha.
I think Atlanta's pick at 8 or 9.
Eight. Yeah,
dang,
eight.
Yeah, and that's where New Orleans would have fell.
Mm,
Um, but I mean, New Orleans is a dumpster fire anyway.
that is correct.
yeah. It just kind of is what it is, man.
Oh, I agree.
It's sucks.
But the reason I said that it to my point is was like it's such a top heavy draft class that people are wanting to try to get into the top 10 to get some of these picks.
Yeah, but like you can get in at like an eight and still get a pretty good player. Where
That's what I mean.
normally you're really having to really try to jump in the top five at the very
Yeah,
least
yeah,
to get somebody that could be a steady contributor on your team in this league. But
exactly.
there's just a lot of intrigue, man. Like, but these kids were all freshmen, they're all young. I guarantee you not all 10 are going to be all stars. Someone's going to flop, but
Of course.
the intrigue in this draft is like teams are very content having the 10th pick in this draft. Where most time teams are, oh, do I trade back? Do I trade up? What do I do? and that's not the case this year. So we'll see. I know. I mean, I was shocked Utah didn't try to put something together to go one because Utah wants Stepanza bad. I mean, he finished high school in Utah. He went to BYU. Utah's got the second overall pick. I know they really wanted him, but and who knows? I mean, maybe Washington still goes Darian Peterson.
Yeah,
But if I was if Washington's going to go Peterson anyway, you trade the pick to Utah, get an extra first round, and then you get him at two. I
yeah,
and there's no reason for them to not be trading out number one unless they are 100% they want AJ DeBanza and nobody else.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
true. Well, I was going to pivot a little bit. We're talking about college a little bit here and there. So I'm sure y'all saw it. I was going to get your thoughts on the MLB proposal moving forward to where they're going to no longer allow draft pick, or they're no longer going to allow high school players to go into the draft, but now college players can leave after their sophomore year. So I was going to kind of get your thoughts on what y'all think about that.
I love it. It's gonna be great for the college game. Absolutely, it's gonna be great for the college game, 100%.
it'll be
And
awesome for that, but it's not going to happen.
I think it will. I think Major League Baseball, they're wanting to cut farm systems down even more.
Yeah.
And so what they're gonna do, they're gonna literally cut A ball, and all the guys are just gonna develop in college. That's just what's gonna happen. And then they're gonna be more ready for double A ball. And so it's less money and less of a roster that MLB teams have to pay for throughout the year. I
Yeah,
think they're
essentially
gonna
you're
be
letting colleges pay for A ball, and
That's
then
right.
you just start them in two and double A whenever they come in.
That's right. It's less money that the organizations have to fork out.
But is this going to be a players association thing? Because now you're essentially saying any kid that goes to American high school baseball or plays high school baseball in America, you'll never get to MLB now essentially until you're 20. But don't worry, if you're in Puerto Rico, you can still sign at the age of 17 or whatever and bypass all of that.
That's a good point. But I mean, there could be a stipulation where they have to come in and play college baseball before they go
Yeah,
in, right?
I think that's good because I don't know who would I mean these are high school kids, so I don't know. Does the Players Association kind of act for them even though they're not there yet? Because to me that is a major concern. If I'm a high school kid at eight, I can get sign at my draft slot 8, 9, $10 million at 18, and now I got to wait till I'm 20. But again, these international players can still sign younger and get paid, and I'm not allowed to do that. Which I know they can get paid in college, but it's not the same money. Let's not get that
No,
twisted.
not at the high level. No, not at the
Correct.
high draft slots for sure.
Correct. I agree with your take, Lucas. It's much better for college baseball, and I think it weeds out the chances of these high school draftees that are just flops. Like they just don't develop. I think you'll improve on some of that, having them go to college.
Yeah, I mean, just for example, Connor Griffin signed a 9-year, $140 million contract with the Pirates. That dude it would be at LSU today playing college baseball and would not
Yeah,
have a $140 million contract yet, which is wild. But
I, I think the other flip side of
Imagine Connor Griffin playing college.
college baseball,
Like
it'd be awesome. I mean, we do it every year. They do it every year whenever it's time for the MLB draft, and you got the guys' names, and then in parentheses next to it's the college they were supposed to go to or that they were committed
yeah,
to. And it's like, oh, could you imagine if that guy would have been on that team? But not just the age or the stuff I mentioned a while ago, but the other element to this is uh, what do you do with team control again now? Because now guys will be getting to MLB later. They can push team control back, because now that they might still want them in their system. So is it going to push guys to being later, getting their first big contract again? So I think there's still a lot of stuff to sort out.
maybe, but you also have to think like the cream of the crop will rise. I mean, Skeens will still go to the majors. You know, Dylan Cruz is 2 years out of college and he's on the nationals. Like you see like Strasburg, look how fast he rose. Like those guys are like the major players aren't going to just sit in a farm system.
No,
Um,
and I agree with all this. I just think this is going to be talking points or stuff that's brought up
for the CBA.
that might prevent this from either happening, or it'll have to be tweaked from what it was announced at the other day, just because somebody's going to argue that. So someone's going to argue those points, for the kids per se. But
Yeah, but again, I think there's going to be stipulations like international wise, like they're going to have to step on campus and go to a college and play college baseball, or go to a JUCO system for a few years and go play and then get drafted. Um, I, I would think that would have to it has to be fair across all the board. Um, but to your point there, I mean, control is a big thing. Like team control is going to be interesting. Because at that point, then you're like, oh well, is the SEC like? Do the Astros, Yankees, Dodgers, and Mets all have SEC like like ties to the SEC? And because like it's almost like the NCAA is now like the farm system for these schools. But I mean, I guess they'll still have a draft. It'll still be the same. It's just one less level that these kids have to ride a yellow dog and eat sandwiches every day on. Um,
it's true.
and there's gonna be less players just in general
Yeah.
on rosters,
It needs to be. There's
for
been way too
sure.
much minor league baseball for
Yeah,
ever. I'm not saying guys don't go out there and chase your dream, but when you have all these dudes and all these different levels, and the
they're
reality
30.
is only
They're 34 on a single A team or a
yeah,
high A ball team. Like
yeah,
that's
right.
yeah, I agree. But
Oh,
it'll be interesting. I think it'll be great for college baseball. That's 100% for sure. Um, But I think
I don't.
I think the MLB owners will see it as, oh, this is a way we can cut finances on the back end, let these other schools take the financial burden of developing these kids, and then we draft them after a few years of experience there.
And I mean, I could see a scenario too where they make that happen, but it doesn't. It doesn't change your international. Because I feel like when you start signing international players, like it's just a whole different ball game. Like how many of those players are you going to get to come in and enroll in a college here in America to then go play baseball? I mean, I feel like that's where it could turn into a hairy situation. Like, hey, you're a refugee from Cuba, but you need to go play at LSU for 2 years.
But they
Like,
do that already though. They do that already. They play in JUCO. Like the amount of Dominican
true,
and like all these players playing at these JUCO schools, they play there for a year, they get seen, and they go play at LSU for a year and then go to the majors. I mean, Luis was it Luis Hernandez? Yeah, it's Luis Hernandez. He was a catcher for LSU last year. That's exactly what he did. I think where did he play? Um, he's from Puerto Rico. He played. Let's see how many years. Uh, he was a JUCO catcher and then came and was a starting catcher at LSU, and now he's in the minor leagues for Minnesota. But he played for Indiana State, which is actually a D1 school. But he played for Indiana State for 2 or 3 years and then went to LSU. Got a big transfer, and then. But I mean, you see San Jacinto, like all these JUCOs getting these foreign international players come in and they play for a few years and they get drafted.
true.
You know. Now, whenever you have like Juan Soto's, that's where things are gonna be like, well, what the hell are we gonna do with this? Like Juan
Well,
Soto's
but
playing for
then
freaking Texas A&M, hitting fucking tanks.
I was gonna say, but then how does it work? For those, because like some of those players, like you buy their rights, you've drafted and bought their rights at 15 years old. So do you control those rights through college?
That I don't know.
See, that's what I mean. Like there's a lot of like scenarios where it's like So yeah,
I
They
like
mean,
yes,
but
yes,
but
he's
the,
coming to LA, but he's got to go play college baseball for 2 years
but
there.
the NBA does that. The NBA has the rights to players, and they send them overseas and go play in these like the Israeli league or these types of things, and then they come back and they have the rights to the player still.
Yeah.
I think you'll also see what we see a lot in college football and college basketball. I guess frankly, you'll see it a lot more in with baseball too now. These kids will just leave school early. Like they'll all
Oh yeah,
graduate. They'll all graduate a year early at 17. Now they have to do it earlier because a lot of guys are in football wise. They get to enroll in January,
it's
which for
true.
baseball you can't do that because you
You
need to
need
be on
fall
campus
ball
already. Yeah, you need fall ball. So, but I think you'll see a lot of kids try to start graduating and be able to get on
a
campus
year
sooner
early.
to get
Yeah,
a year
graduate a year
to get
early.
correct to get ahead of the curve here. So you're eligible for draft at 19.
I mean, didn't Bryce Harper do that?
Yeah, but again, you're talking about a generational talent. I
Of course,
think just across the
absolutely.
board, you'll see
Yeah,
it. It'll become more and more of a commonplace
yeah,
for those same kind of kids, like a Jackson Holiday from a couple years ago. He's
yeah,
probably doing whatever he can to get off that high school campus and onto college so he can get to
yeah.
the majors faster.
Yeah.
That's exactly what'll happen.
Be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't really have anything else, guys. You got anything else?
nothing. When we doing our previews, if we'll be
Uh,
59 days next week.
say we usually start what 5 weeks before. So
What we got to do?
Dang.
We got to do all. Well, are we gonna do six this year so y'all can
I was gonna
include
say,
Texas State?
is the Pac-12 going to get its own preview this year? Like,
I think they're still considered a group of six
yeah,
Yeah,
group of six. Yeah.
or group of
yeah,
five, and it's a group of six now.
six. Yeah.
As hard
Oh,
as they've tried to
the
get
numbers
into
don't
the
matter anyway, guys. The no, the Big Ten's got 24,000 schools in it. The Pac-12 might have 16. So the numbers don't matter. They can stay the group of five in those six conferences though. So
Yeah,
exactly
that's
nothing
true.
nothing else makes sense.
no,
So
nothing else matters. Nothing else matters.
yeah, the Pac-12 had two teams last year, so you know.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right. We appreciate everybody watching. Continue to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Follow our TikTok. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
See?